It's good to be back. We are live, man. It's good to be back in the venue. But it's not good to be back to watch Monday Night Raw, man. What a terrible show. What a terrible show, man. WWE is all but given up creatively. Clickbaiting you into a main event that had no business going 20 minutes, only to give you another non-finish. But one question remains, man. Is WWE finally going to take me up on my creative offer? Are they about to merge the women's championships of WWE? And we got some sad news on Catering Cross. Apparently he's getting yet another makeover. All I'm wondering is, where is Scarlett? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and nobody, and I mean nobody, does it better. You went 3 days without a live stream. I know you guys were sad. You had to watch those other geeks. The king is back. This is Off the Script.
Successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Monday Night Raw post-show for October 18th, 2021. I am your host, JD from New York, and this is Off the Script. Thank you guys so very much for joining me right here on your Monday night. Two shout-outs, by the way, before we even get things started here tonight. Shout-out to Jesse. Number one, I went away for a little bit. I'm back. If you guys were wondering why there was no SmackDown, Rampage, and Dynamite post shows, I went to Connecticut to just get away. So shout out to Jesse. I haven't talked to him all weekend. I miss him. So I'm back, buddy. Number two, shout out to Relic, my boy Dustin, who did that new intro. We're going to be throwing that one in there into the lineup from now on. We're going to be working on that. That's just a rough idea. Let me know what you guys think about that. I wanted a little bit more of a, I would say, Tim the Tat Man. If you guys know who Tim the Tat Man is, I tend to watch him and Doc on a weekly basis. I love their visuals and their sounds, and I want to really up the game and continue to up the game because we got some new additions to the venue coming, bro. We got some new additions. My team over at DV8 Designs is working on something that is going to blow the entire community away, man. This is what we do here on OTS. We continue to evolve. And third, and certainly not least here, shout out to my boy in the chat, Pepsi 9072, with a $500 super chat before we even open the fucking doors tonight, man. A $500 super chat. JD has been one of the most consistent voices in the IWC. I've been listening to him for a few years now, and outside of a little Solomonster, I haven't listened to anyone else. I try to listen when I can, but thank you for what you do. Not only that, but thank you for recommending Dr. Squatch as well. I feel better about myself after using it, man. Pepsi, listen, brother. I know you donated $500 last week during the Monday Night Raw post show. This is another $500. I don't know what I've done to be on the receiving end of your unbelievable generosity, but thank you, bro. I am glad that you find solace in the podcast. My buddy Solomonster, I love him too. I'll be seeing him in a couple of weeks. We'll be back at Hog, House of Glory, calling Will Ospreay versus Amazing Red. And listen, man, if you think Jason and I have gotten rusty since the beginning of the pandemic, wait till you get a load of what we got coming, man. We're going to blow the indie commentary scene out of the fucking water, man. I can't wait to get back to work. Pepsi, thank you, brother. And listen, Dr. Squatch is fucking awesome. Dr. Squatch is awesome. And what can I say? I only use the best because we are the best. Pepsi, thank you so much, man. And that is unbelievable, man. I love it. I'm glad you're a fan of the podcast, and I will continue doing what I do here every single week, brother. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw tonight. I don't know where to even begin. I don't really want to sit here and complain on my first night back, but I feel like it's going to get a little nasty tonight. WWE has all but given up on what they're doing and what they're putting on television. They honestly know that every single thing that they possibly do this month is not going to matter. They're trying, and none of it's working. None of it looks good. None of it sounds good. None of it is coming off as interesting. We got a Queen of the Ring and a King of the Ring tournament that don't mean jack fucking shit at all. Queen of the Ring is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Gotta be in the last 10 to 15 years on WWE TV. I don't think one match in this fucking tournament's been more than 3 minutes. More than 3 minutes. Lazily put together. Shayna Baszler can't go to Saudi Arabia for one reason or another. Don't even know why she's there. Sami Zayn can't go on the men's side for one reason or another. I don't know why he's there. I don't know why this final isn't taking place at the Survivor Series so that we could get legitimate fucking winners. WWE has lazily booked this entire thing in 2 weeks for ratings. For ratings. Which is another thing that people are just going crazy about. Even when I was away in the wooded section of Connecticut with barely any fucking internet, when I did have internet, all I seen was people complaining about the ratings. Comparing the ratings for a 10 p.m. Rampage against the 2.5-hour SmackDown and the breakdowns of the last half an hour of SmackDown going up against Rampage. What is with you people? What is with you people and the ratings? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are you people so enamored with the ratings? Hey, I'm gonna blow your fucking mind, man. I'm gonna tell you something that is gonna go and resonate with you outside of all the fucking analytics that you've seen from these geeks online. Here's something for the news sites and the dirt sheets. AEW is producing better television than WWE. I don't give a fuck what the ratings say. There you go. AEW could shit the fucking bed every single week. Nobody could watch the show, but they're producing better shows than WWE, better television than WWE. Blow me. Blow me. Now that that's out of my system. WWE knows that they have no chance on anything this week. Next week, the entire month of October. It's over. Go Braves, by the way. Up 2-0. Maybe we end it in LA. Maybe. WWE realizes this, and they continue to clickbait their audience and give you main events that end in DQ, main events that produce non-finishes, main events that have no business going 20 minutes, WWE draft rules that go into effect this week, right? Friday's the first day that the brand split goes into effect. Then Monday, next week on Raw. So why are we booking SmackDown versus Raw superstars in championship matches, giving us non-finishes, Saudi Arabia triple threat matches that probably is going to result in the same fucking bullshit booking? Why are you giving us these matches and there's legitimately no interest or investment from the fans in anything that you're doing? All you're doing is booking non-finishes. You're booking yourselves into a corner, you're booking your backs against the wall, and you think you're creating compelling television. Oh, look, Charlotte Flair is a SmackDown women's superstar. She's still the Raw Women's Champion. That's great. I don't give a shit. Becky Lynch, she's the Raw. Oh, she's now on the Raw side, she's the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's on Monday Night Raw. Does this mean that she's going to Saudi Arabia to lose the championship? Now, if Charlotte is the Raw Women's Champion over on SmackDown, then WWE probably is not going to take the championship off of Becky Lynch because she already lost on the go-home show for Crown Jewel. I don't see Becky Lynch losing 2 times in the same week. I don't see that happening. So what are we doing here? WWE thinks that they're giving you intriguing television, and all they're doing is making themselves look like fools. But go back to 2016 and dig up that draft episode of the podcast where I said then, and I said it every single year, WWE needs to unify the women's divisions. We don't need a Raw SmackDown title. Or we don't need a Raw Women's Championship. We don't need a SmackDown Women's Championship. We don't need 2 women's championships, just like we don't need 2 men's tag team championships. Is WWE, with all that they're doing here, are they set to unify the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships at Survivor Series? Because you know that's what they want to do. They want to take Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair from SmackDown. They want to take Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch from Raw, and they want to put these 4, because there's unfinished business here. It's going tit for tat. They want to take these 4 women, both from these different brands, and put them in a fatal 4-way at Survivor Series for both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Winner take all, you got one champion, unify the titles. Is WWE going to do that in about a month at Survivor Series? I don't know. If I was to be a betting man, I would say no. WWE is probably going to do the same thing that they did with Becky Lynch. Becky 2 belts. Not saying that Becky's going to be Becky 2 belts, but somebody's getting the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. That's what I think is going to happen. I would unify the divisions. They're weak. This is the worst the women's division's been since the start of the women's revolution. And being that Bruce Pritchard and John Laurinaitis don't have a fucking clue or a care in the world about women's wrestling in WWE, just look at the Queen's Crown tournament. I honestly think it's best for business. We need one champion. We need that champion to go from Raw to SmackDown, SmackDown to Raw, and be a floating champion. Then WWE can unify both divisions and maybe get rid of the fucking tag team championships. Like I told you when they were first introduced, get rid of them. And maybe you could introduce a mid-card women's championship if you want. Because if WWE merges the divisions, you'll have more than enough to have a competitive women's division. You got one champion, you got one challenger, you continue to build women up, you got one mid-card champion, and the other women that aren't challenging for the main championship, the WWE Women's Championship, then they could have something else to fight for. Just like AEW now created a TBS championship. I got my reservations on that. I don't think that they're ready for that. I like where they're going, but I don't think they have a division right now built with talent enough ready to sustain another championship. So this is my question coming out of tonight's Monday Night Raw. Are we getting a unification match at Survivor Series? I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that one. What else happened on this show tonight? Still no Karrion Kross, still no Keith Lee, still no Damian Priest. I have no fucking idea where any of these guys are. Might as well be in fucking catering. Never to be seen again. Damian Priest is the United States Championship. Hasn't been on the fucking show in 3 goddamn weeks. Where did he go? Where did he go? Are they saving him for next week and the season premiere? What about Bear Claw Keith Lee or Bear Claw Lee? Because they gave him a new name. He's no longer Keith. He is Bearcat Lee. And then Karrion Kross, or Catering Kross, that's exactly what he should be. They're going to change him even more so and ruin even further what they've already ruined when they called him up from NXT. This is the future of Raw. This is your future as a professional wrestler going to Monday night. Dead. What else happened on this show? Austin Theory, Jeff Hardy, rematch. RKBo and the Street Profits, Their tag team division does little to interest me. AJ Styles and Omos are still hanging around the tag team division, tag team championship scene. DouDrop beats Shayna Baszler. We got DouDrop versus Zelina Vega for the goddamn Queen of the Ring crown. I don't know who has interest in this at all, but imagine WWE sending Zelina Vega, after already treating her like a loser, over to Saudi Arabia, having her make the trip, only to lose in 2 minutes to DouDrop in the final. That would be the biggest fuck you to Zelina Vega that I've ever seen. This show was absolutely boring. Nothing interesting coming out of this show. I don't think I have been this disinterested in Monday Night Raw all year. I usually am every single week, but I think I am at my usual level, but somehow lower. I don't know how anybody finds enjoyment or interest in this show. It is fucking nonsense. There's no investment at all. They don't even ask for your investment. They just do and don't care. It's sad. The current state of Raw is absolutely fucking sad. They got so many talented men and women on this show that they know they are being wasted. I can only imagine what the fucking hearts of these men and women are feeling like, really. Knowing that they have to go through the same shit. Knowing that AEW is pretty much knocking on their back door in the ratings. And they don't care. They don't give a shit. They do nothing to change the overall formula of the show. They do nothing to write better television. They just do and put the same shit on television. It's fucking sad. Especially with the MLB playoffs as exciting as they've been, and Monday Night Football, and NHL being back, and NBA season starting up. It's almost as if WWE has given up, especially in the month of October. Season premieres, tournaments, none of it works. And they're showing you how little they fucking care. They know that none of it's working. They do, and then they don't put any effort. If it was good television, people would watch. I don't give a fuck what else is on television. That's what they don't get. This show was awful. As usual, fucking awful. But I'm glad you guys are back in the venue, man. We got 2,300 large in the venue. Thank you for joining me on Off the Script tonight. It is October 18th, 2021. I am your host, JD from New York. Hit that thumbs up. Trying to get 1,000 likes on tonight's video, man. On tonight's live stream, we got 568 likes right now on the live stream. Being that we got almost 2,400 people in here, there should be at least 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream. Make sure you guys go and hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. And if you guys missed any of the content that I uploaded last week, because I was a busy man last week, man. If you missed any of the extras, I got you completely covered on everything coming out of last week. Make sure you guys go check that out on the channel right now. Everything you need is on the homepage. So if you missed any of those extras, go and check it out. Make sure you guys continue to join the OTS family. Become a VIP. Hit that join button right now live on the live stream. Make sure you guys do that. You get access to all the exclusive emotes. You guys get badges next to your name. It is awesome. So thank you guys very much for all of your support. And thank you to those who have already become a member this evening. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you guys go and support. Several ways to do that. Number one, you can follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys go to the Bonfire page to get your exclusive merchandise. That is bonfire.com. Link is right underneath the video player that you're watching right now. It'll take you right to Bonfire and whatever shirt you want. Click on the shirt you want. It takes you right to the Bonfire homepage, the exclusive home of Off the Script. Make sure you guys go and check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/JD from NY206. And tonight's show is sponsored by my great friends over at Manscaped, manscaped.com. And you guys are going to use the code SCRIPT20 to save 20% off and free shipping because they got some new body wash, man. They got Manscaped's new refined body wash. So not only do they got the absolute best men's grooming tool in the lawnmower 4.0, but now they got body wash? Bro, how can you go wrong with Manscaped? Manscaped.com. We'll talk about my friends over at Manscaped a little bit later on in the show, and I want to thank them for once again supporting tonight's Raw post show on Off the Script. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start at the top. Monday Night Raw. Charlotte. You want a surefire way for me to pick up the remote control and instantly turn the channel to the Red Sox and Houston Astros game. Put Charlotte Flair on the television. Charlotte Flair is absolutely nauseating to listen to. One of the most overrated women in the entire history of professional wrestling. I don't see it. I didn't see it from day one. I don't see it now. Overrated is Charlotte Flair. She made her way to the ring. Raw Women's Championship with her. So Charlotte insisted a ringside worker with a headset open the ropes for her because she is the queen, Charlotte Flair. Let me see those Charlotte Flair Android emojis in the chat. So we got this geek opening up the ropes for Charlotte Flair. Charlotte asks where her balloons are, where her champagne is. She asks why fans weren't chanting, "Thank you, Charlotte," and why the Raw wrestlers weren't lined up on the stage to give her a proper send-off. Charlotte, listen. Listen, honey, I'm not sure if you got the memo. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what brand you're on. Nobody even wants you on television. So why are we going to give you champagne and balloons and thank you chants? The only thank you that I will send your way is thank you for coming. Goodbye. Have a great trip. Sayonara. Farewell. Thank you for your service. So she said it's bull crap. WWE really pushing the envelope there with the fucking harsh language. Bull crap. Bullshit. That she has to wrestle a rookie tonight. So we're still using this verbiage in regards to Bianca Belair as a rookie. This is what I don't get. I get that she's Charlotte. I guess WWE wants us to take Charlotte as the hierarchy of WWE. But is Bianca Belair at this point considered a rookie? I don't think so. She's been on the roster for about a year now. She main evented WrestleMania with Sasha Banks. She was in a major program with Becky Lynch. Is she a rookie? Major program with Bayley. Is she a rookie, Miss Flair? Enough of the bullshit. Let's cut the narrative about Bianca Belair being a rookie in WWE. She's not. She said there's a conspiracy against her. Now she's stealing Sami Zayn's gimmick. It's great. She said Belair isn't even on the Raw roster yet, and she's had 2 title opportunities this week. And you people say that I'm entitled. You are. You are absolutely entitled. She took issue with a "you suck" chant, and then she was giving the crowd a "what" chant. She said Belair couldn't beat her in the ring, and she wanted a fitting send-off. She said Belair couldn't beat her in the ring 2 weeks ago. So Bianca, get your ass in the back of the line. She said she can't beat her this time, last time, next time, or any time. I am never interested and haven't been interested in Charlotte last time, this time, next time, or any time. Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks for coming. Have a nice send-off, honey. So, she listed whom she has already defeated, but said, and I quote, "I'm the mountain you can't climb." Belair finally came out, danced around, twirled her braid, and skipped to the ring. Belair said there's no conspiracy, but it's rather just desserts. Oh, you're preparing yourself for when you go back to catering. Just desserts, right? Because that's exactly what you're going to be doing after Charlotte buries you, like she's done everybody else. Just desserts. She said she's done nothing but show she belongs here. She said she deserves this rematch. She said 2 weeks ago, she had Charlotte beat fair and square before big-time cringe Becky Lynch saved her. She said she is literally throwing a temper tantrum because she has to defend her title before leaving Raw. She assured her it's okay. She said regarding herself that whatever brand she's on, she always shines. Then she told Charlotte, take all the time that she needs to say goodbye to her Raw Women's Championship. She told Charlotte to dust herself off, keep her head held high. She said disappointments can be used to make herself stronger, rougher, tougher, hell, even a little bit kinder. You should try that. She said she's going to take the title with her to Crown Jewel, and she's going to walk out with the Raw title on one arm and the SmackDown title on the other. Now, how's that for a rookie, Charlotte? So Charlotte attacked Belair, gave her a forearm. She went for a kick, but Belair ducked, set up a KOD attempt. Belair then handspring kicked Charlotte off the ring apron. Charlotte was now turning to the better part of valor, says Jimmy Smith. Don't know what the fuck that means or what it has to do with this, but this shit sucked. This shit is awful. Bianca and the babyface role that she's in is not interesting at all. It hasn't been interesting. I don't think she pulls it off well. The writing sucks. Charlotte is nauseating as ever. Why do we care about either of these women? Why? Charlotte is going to SmackDown with the Raw Women's Championship. How does that create intrigue? If nobody gives a fuck about what Charlotte is doing or the fact that she's a Raw Women's Champion, who gives a shit what brand she's going to as the Raw Women's Champion? Then Bianca Belair has this match at Crown Jewel. So with the ending of tonight's main event, it's pretty much a lock that Becky Lynch is not losing the championship. Sounds like to me she's taking that title to Monday Night Raw. That SmackDown Women's title. Because Charlotte Flair is taking the Raw Women's Championship to SmackDown. I honestly do think with Bianca and Becky on Raw, Sasha and Charlotte on SmackDown, we're getting a fatal five-way brand versus brand match for both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. That's what we're getting. And I'm telling you right now, it's in WWE's best interest to do a unification match. There is absolutely no fucking reason why there needs to be two women's championships and a roster of women, a division of women on both of these shows that is as weak as these current divisions sit right now, even after the draft has set forth these new rosters. That's the best way to go about it. Every single time Charlotte speaks, I mute the fucking television. Bianca Belair, she is as cringe as anybody when she starts talking about the goody two-shoes, honorable way to do things on her way to a championship match. That's not the Bianca Belair that I want to see. She's the EST, the best, the fastest, the quickest, the roughest, the toughest. When she speaks, it almost omits everything that she is in regards to being EST. Typical fucking promo that did nothing but give you another reason to change the fucking channel. That's all it was. What channel is the Red Sox game, I'm asking? FS1. Right to FS1. No interest in anything these women are doing right now. Yet WWE thinks that they're creating compelling television. They're not. Trust me, they're not. Kofi Kingston was backstage. Kofi was giving Xavier Woods a pep talk when Kevin Patrick approached him. Xavier says when he wins, he will be one step closer to following in the footsteps of kings who became a king before him, like Mabel. So WWE scripted Xavier Woods to name possibly the worst king of the ring of all time. Viscera. Mabel. King Mabel, he says. Ken Shamrock. And Booker T. Of all the fucking kings of the ring, you couldn't give me a Stone Cold Steve Austin, a Bret the Hitman Hart, an Owen Hart, a Triple H? The fuck is wrong with you? These are the kings of the ring he mentioned tonight. Unbelievable. Kofi said everyone knows how important this is to Xavier. He said that's why he'll be at ringside to stop anyone from interfering. Xavier says he's going to make a royal decree, which is appropriate for him being in the home of the Sacramento Kings tonight. He said this Thursday at Crown Jewel, he will be sitting on the throne as King Xavier Woods. Kofi started chanting, "All hail King Woods." I don't have any interest in seeing the New Day continue to get rewarded when there are others on this roster that have yet to even receive an opportunity. I'm sorry. I don't know who wants to see Xavier win the King of the Ring. I don't give a shit if you know Xavier personally. Xavier Woods does not, the New Day does not deserve yet another accolade when there are others on this roster that haven't had a fucking opportunity to even get one accolade. I'm going with Balor because the New Day, out of a lot of people on this roster, don't deserve another accolade. So we get this match, Woods versus Jinder Mahal, with Veer and Shanky. Veer is going to be all alone on Monday Night Raw. Great job there. Great job. I think Mahal and Shanky are going to SmackDown. So some of the members of the Sacramento Kings were front row. I'm sure they had their tickets comped because nobody is willingly going to buy tickets to Monday Night Raw. This show is awful. So this match wasn't terrible. But the thing is, I love Xavier. I think Xavier's a great pro wrestler. I just don't care to see the New Day continue to get rewarded. My problem is, I don't know how anybody watches a Jinder Mahal match and gets excited. I don't know how anybody watches a Jinder Mahal match and finds themselves invested in what this man is doing. Now, the simple fact of the matter is, we got a babyface versus a heel. I expected WWE to give me Mahal going to the finals against Balor, which would create a heel versus babyface dynamic. And then WWE can go and give Balor the king of the ring. Instead of Prince Balor, he'd be King Balor. Great. They upgraded him from Prince to King. And beating Mahal would be good, right? I expected Mahal to win this match. I'm glad that he didn't. But it also sucks that WWE, after 2 weeks and 4 matches in the first round and 2 matches in the semifinal, 6 matches in total, we've gotten one match out of this entire tournament that finally is interesting to watch. Xavier Woods beats Jinder Mahal tonight to advance to the finals of the King of the Ring to wrestle Finn Balor in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel. So, Mahal caught Xavier in the Colossus, his finishing move. Xavier grabbed the bottom rope, which I never really understand as far as the spot goes. This is how stupid WWE producers make their in-ring talent look. He hit the Colossus. Xavier Woods rolled to the rope. Jinder Mahal is a fucking veteran, a former WWE champion. Don't you think a former WWE champion would have the wherewithal to see that he rolled near the rope, to roll him away from the rope, and then make the cover? No, but Jinder Mahal, a former WWE champion, sees Xavier Woods roll to the rope, grab the fucking rope, and do nothing about it. Knowing that he's there in position to grab the rope, and he does nothing about it. Took me completely out of the match. Spots like that are fucking ridiculous, man. They are absolutely ridiculous. They are not believable in any sense of the word. It makes the talent look fucking stupid. So he got the rope. Xavier fought back, and he tried again. He landed a springboard elbow, and he got the 1-2-3 on Jinder Mahal, did Xavier Woods. We finally have a match that is interesting. WWE, I would have much rathered to see Xavier versus Kofi. That would have been great. But I guess for whatever reason, WWE didn't want to go that route. So now we got Xavier versus Finn Balor. Should be a great match. I don't want to see Xavier Woods win the King of the Ring. I don't. I think Finn Balor deserves it. This is a match where both guys need a win. This is a match that is intriguing because I could see WWE giving it to Xavier. I could see WWE giving it to Balor. They want Balor to be a big name on Monday Night Raw. We'll see what happens. Finally, WWE has given us unpredictable television. I'm going with Balor to be the king of the ring on Thursday night. Backstage, they had an interview earlier with Austin Theory celebrating his win over Hardy when suddenly R-Truth and Reggie began fighting over the 24/7 title. R-Truth says he didn't know who Theory was, but when Theory said, "Do you know who I am?" R-Truth said, "Well, I had a theory." "Are you a theorist?" he says. He said he has so much anger built up, maybe he wants to take it out in the ring. Truth said he'd fight him later as long as he gets permission from his mommy, he says to Austin Theory. I think Austin Theory is going to be a big deal on the main roster. I really do. I don't get why. And this is what scares the living shit out of me. I think Austin Theory is going to be a big deal, has the makings of being a big deal, but WWE is almost in a troll-like way foreshadowing where Austin Theory is going to end up being. And that is in the 24/7 crew. I don't know why they're doing skits with him and R-Truth and having Tozawa and Gulak and Drake Maverick and Reggie interfere in his segments. I don't get it. It's almost as if WWE is foreshadowing where Austin Theory is going to really end up being. I hope not. He's got the look and the makeup of being the next big thing in WWE. That's what I hope happens. I really do. They need to start building new stars. That is the type of guy that you want to start building now at 23 years old. Goldberg and Lashley. They continue to hype up this no-holds-barred interview. I don't give a fuck about Bobby Lashley and Bill Goldberg. In any sense of the word. I don't care. Austin Theory versus Jeff Hardy. This was a rematch. Go figure. Jeff Hardy's moving to SmackDown on Friday. Goodbye. So this one went, I would say, 7 minutes longer than the last match that they had last week. Hardy was in control after a commercial break. He dove onto Theory at ringside, knocked him into the ringside barricade. Back in the ring, Hardy set up for a swanton. Theory got up, knocked him off balance. Theory then caught Hardy with his finisher for a clean win. The ATL. And that was it. So he said, Theory, Graves, are you believing in Austin Theory yet? Theory has lofty aspirations and wants to be the same as John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Some pretty big fucking shoes to fill there, Graves. I hope that's the case. I really do. Theory grabbed his cell phone, took a selfie of himself next to Hardy. Hardy then trolled him, popped up, gave him a twist of fate. Hardy then took Theory's phone, and he himself took a selfie with Theory, who was writhing in pain on the mat after the twist of fate. I don't really get the effect of Theory looking better by being put over here in 2 matches against Jeff Hardy, as Jeff Hardy now goes to SmackDown on a ice-cold losing streak. I don't think Austin Theory looks better off for it at all. Where does Austin Theory go from here after feuding with Jeff Hardy for 2 weeks? Does anybody realize Jeff Hardy beat Karrion Kross in 90 seconds, only to be one of the biggest losers currently in WWE? Where is Karrion Kross? I'm still waiting for that story to play out like we were promised, right? Where did they go? What happened? I don't get it. Now Theory is on Raw. Hardy's going to SmackDown. And Hardy's been teasing Willow, his alter ego, coming back to WWE. Seems like WWE is giving Jeff Hardy the reins to do what he needs to do to get himself back to where he thinks he should be. If WWE is going to give him Willow, maybe it's WWE's way of saying, hey, we want to keep you here. Please don't go to AEW. That's the only reason why I see them bringing Willow back, to have Jeff Hardy play Willow on SmackDown. And it would be almost a nice reset for Jeff Hardy. Guy's been fucking buried on this show. Jeff Hardy, of all the fucking people on this show, has zero value. He's a loser. Let's start getting him built back up. He still has some gas left in the tank. It's almost as if they just wasted him and didn't give a fuck because he's old. He's an aging veteran. So Willow may be on his way back to WWE on SmackDown. We'll see what happens. I was never a big Willow guy. But I think at this point, anything besides what Jeff Hardy is doing now would be a benefit to Jeff Hardy. Drew McIntyre approached Big E backstage, and he says he knows the hit to the head last week wasn't intentional. But how was he supposed to know that? The hit to the head last week left a big fucking bubble to materialize on Drew McIntyre's forehead. It looked sick. It looked downright nasty. He said someone hit him, and he saw Big E there. What's a man supposed to do? So I dropped your ass with a claymore. Big E told Drew that he threw fuel on the fire when he tagged himself in. As he was about to hit the claymore, Big E suggested tonight that they actually coexist. WWE did coexist angles on Raw last week. WWE did coexist angles on Friday night. WWE did coexist on NXT. We got a coexist angle happening on NXT tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa are teaming up before they go one-on-one for the NXT title next week at Halloween Havoc. Can they coexist? Can I coexist with my fucking blanket and my fluffy pillow? The answer is yes. That's something that I would gladly coexist with. Another Drew McIntyre and Big E tag team match against Dolph Ziggler and Big Bob? Bobby Roode? No. That's not something I care about and want to see coexist. But this is the level of creativity coming from the boardroom of Bruce Pritchard. Can they coexist? No. No. I don't give a fuck if they coexist or not. So, before we got this match, Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce were in mid-conversation when the android rolled herself into the fucking locker room. She asked if they were coming up with more ways to screw her. Sonya says they were discussing their plans for the Raw season premiere. Charlotte complained about Belair disrespecting her by interrupting her farewell speech earlier. She said she smells a conspiracy. Sonya Deville said the main event tonight is not a conspiracy. Charlotte says they can't replace her with Belair because she will remain Raw champion and also become the SmackDown Women's Champion. God, I hope not. Drew McIntyre and Big E coexisting against Dolph Ziggler and Big Bobby Roode. What do you think happened here, folks? Do you think Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler actually got a win on WWE television, man? When someone needs a loss or someone needs to take an L in WWE, who do you think they call? Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. It's like they're the fucking Ghostbusters, man. Who are you going to call? Right? Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Then I see them get into the fucking, the Ghostbuster vehicle, right? What are the Scream Machine? And they're zipping through New York, and you get the Ghostbuster sound effect with them zipping through fucking Manhattan. Legitimately, I can picture them and envision them wearing the Ghostbusters getup with the fucking proton packs. This is what they are. When you need someone to take a loss, who do you call? Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. I wish I had the fucking Ghostbusters theme queued up here, man. Seriously. Someone make a meme of the Ghostbusters with Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler on fucking Egon and the rest of them's body. Go ahead. Big E and Drew McIntyre win in 9 minutes. Did they coexist? They actually did. I think it's a fucking troll job at this point. I honestly do think WWE realizes how fucking stupid these coexist angles are, and they continue to do it because they know we hate it. Did they coexist? Yeah, they did. They did. And here's the fucking spoiler, folks. I don't give a shit. Because I know Drew McIntyre's not winning the WWE Championship from Big E. Do you want to know why? Because they drafted him to fucking SmackDown. Why would I, or anybody watching this show, expect a SmackDown superstar to take the WWE title back to SmackDown when Roman Reigns is there? No, but I guess Bruce Prichard didn't think all the way through this current storyline. Great job there, Bruce. Great job there. So Ziggler hit a famouser on Drew McIntyre. He went for a 2 count. And then Drew gave Bobby Roode a Glasgow kiss. Big E climbed back up on the apron after being knocked down earlier. He was mainly on the defensive for this match until Drew McIntyre got a tag in. So then Big E hops back up on the apron, and this is the anticlimactic moment, folks. Can they coexist, right? Is Big E gonna tag himself in again? Drew McIntyre standing there. He's looking over at his opponents. He's looking at Big E. He puts his hand out, and Big E tags him. They can coexist. Big E gets in there, and Big E gave Bobby Roode a big ending for the 1, 2, 3. After the match, the referee raised Big E's arm. Drew was in the ring again and shoved Big E. Oh my God, folks, now they're not going to coexist. So they went from coexisting to not coexisting to coexisting again because Drew McIntyre put his hand out for a handshake. Big E accepted. Big E says, "I will see you on Thursday." And as Drew turned to leave, Big E spun him around, and Drew did not like it. So now they went back to not coexisting. Drew said that they're the same age, and he's wanted to be champion for 20 years. Big E continued to say, "I'll see you on Thursday." Spoiler, folks, Big E is not losing the WWE Championship. The Street Profits were backstage. They discussed that they're putting the tag team division on notice. What tag team division? What tag team division is this? What tag team division are you speaking of, Mr. Montez Ford? I don't see one. When you find it, you let me know. Because I'm still struggling to figure out who the fuck is on this brand and why the tag team division is important. Said they're ready for WWE Crown Jewel, even though they're not on the show. He says what has sparked their interest is RKBo and AJ Styles and Omos. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford may be the only two guys interested in this rematch that we've seen about 9 different fucking times already. They talked up Omos as the guy who does all the work on the school project and Styles as the guy who takes advantage of him. No, I don't think that's the case at all. I think AJ Styles is the guy who's doing all the work and Omos is cheating off of AJ Styles. Because that's exactly what it feels like. Omos is not better off for it. Which is sad, because it's only bringing AJ Styles down to be a mid-carder at best. And we all know that he doesn't belong there. So, in walk Styles and Omos. Styles says they've tried to bring dignity to the Raw Tag Team division, but these two dorks showed up on Raw, meaning Montez and Angelo Dawkins. Omos says Raw is his house. Then you got a fucking shit deal, bro. You got a shit fucking deal. Nobody wants to be on Raw. Nobody wants to call Raw their home. Nobody. Only Omos. Says a lot about his personality. Styles says, wait a second, it's our house. It is our house. Both of our names are on the lease. He said they're looking at the Raw Tag Team Champions, and after Thursday, they will be the Raw Tag Team Champions once again. So it looks like we may be getting seeds planted by WWE for a Street Profits versus AJ Styles and Omos feud. Maybe WWE is moving the Tag Team Championship feud onto these two teams, and Saudi Arabia is the event where we get Randy Orton and Matt Riddle breaking up. I don't know. Seems like the end is nigh for Bro and Randy Orton. And if it doesn't happen at Saudi Arabia, I could see the Survivor Series being the case. Them being on the same Survivor Series team, something going wrong there, and then they end up breaking up, leading to a one-on-one match on January 1, which is WWE's first pay-per-view of the new year called Day 1. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't think this Randy Orton RK-Bro thing with Matt Riddle is really feeling all that good now. I think it's honestly on its way to hitting a wall. It was fun, it was entertaining, and now I honestly think WWE is quickly losing interest. They run through legitimately everything and all the corny jokes that they possibly can, and I think we're on our way to seeing, in the next couple of months, the breakup of RK-Bro, which is another tag team that WWE relied on for most of this year, only to be broken up to make the tag team division on Raw even weaker. And we know AJ and Omos are not being broken up. Randy Orton said so. They're not going anywhere. They may end up winning the tag team titles again. Mansour versus Cedric Alexander. Did you guys realize that they're bringing out Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin and naming them the Hurt Business? WWE's got some fucking balls, man. They got Cedric and Shelton Benjamin coming out as the Hurt Business. Why? Have they done anything Hurt Business-like in the last several weeks? Or is this WWE realizing that they fucked up and quietly got them back together with no plans whatsoever, knowing that they should have not been broken up to begin with? Oh, look, the Hurt Business is still together. You can't blame us for breaking them up. But yes, it's too little too late. I'm sure they'll have some factor in the Goldberg and Bobby Lashley match, only to be buried once and for all. Because Goldberg is not losing that match in Saudi Arabia. But they got them coming out as the Hurt Business. They're named the Hurt Business. There's nothing Hurt Business about them. They're both losers. And Bobby Lashley wasn't even out there. Mansour wins in 3 minutes because he was totally going to lose a match before his match with Mustafa Ali on Thursday at Crown Jewel, right? Sure thing. a product of Saudi Arabia, Mansour is going to lose before he goes and travels to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, great. Nice to be Cedric Alexander, right? 3 minutes, and Mansour made a comeback, landed a leaping neck breaker over the top rope for a 1-2-3 on Cedric Alexander. That was it. That was it. No interest at all. The post-match was actually a little bit more entertaining. Mustafa Ali walked out, and he accused Mansour of smiling like some goddamn fanboy. He said it's pathetic. So this Thursday in his hometown, he's going to wipe that smile off of his face. He said he'll wipe that smile off everyone's face who showed up to support him. Mansour finally grew some balls for the first time since moving to Monday Night Raw, yelled back at Ali and said, Ali, for once in your life, would you shut the hell up? He said, for once, please listen to me. You are a piece of trash. I'm not smiling now. Do you see a smile on my face now? I will be smiling after I beat you senseless at Crown Jewel. In fact, I'll be smiling from ear to ear. Then he told Ali he will show the world that it is a pathetic, cowardly excuse of a man. And then he said something in his native language and closed the segment with Ali. Mansour is not losing in Saudi Arabia. Nice of WWE to fly Ali out there, only to have him lose in a stereotypical Mansour match in Saudi Arabia. And then WWE, in the lead up after they announced it, didn't even promote it on social media. WWE is promoting this match 3 days before they actually fly out on Thursday to Crown Jewel. Must be great being Mustafa Ali in WWE. Goldberg and Lashley had their no-holds-barred interview. This was in separate places for obvious reasons, meaning they were backstage sitting next to each other, but WWE did the split screen right down the middle between these two because they can't be in the same room together. Graves moderated this thing. Graves asked Goldberg about his threats. Goldberg said threats are something you might do, but what he's done is tell people what he will do. What exactly is that, Bill? Blow yourself up after 90 seconds? Because that's exactly what I'm expecting to see from you at Crown Jewel. Lashley said what Goldberg is doing is downright criminal. He said he could call the authorities and have him apprehended for threatening his life. He said that's not how he does business. He said the Almighty is untouchable, and he'll show that on Thursday. He said he won't have any family members to fight his battles. He asked how his son feels about Goldberg threatening murder. Goldberg interrupted and said, if I were you, I would choose your words very carefully, because the more you speak about my family, the more I will make you suffer, he says. In 48 hours, your ass is mine, and there isn't a goddamn thing you can do about it. Lashley said, you can't kill the Almighty. He can only hope to survive. Said on Thursday, he won't be thanking the heavens. He'll be on his knees begging Goldberg for forgiveness. Goldberg asks if he actually believes everything that he's saying. Lashley said before, he fought him with restrictions, but no holds barred means there is nothing that will stop him at Crown Jewel. Lashley then took out his earpiece. Goldberg then said, safe travels, Bobby. Kill you on Thursday. WWE really throwing the agenda out there that Bobby Lashley will be murdered in Saudi Arabia. Again, I don't know how anybody is interested in this current program. I don't know how anybody could look at the words and the verbiage used in this promo and think that Goldberg is legitimately going to murder or kill Bobby Lashley. It's not going to happen. Why would that happen? No interest in this whatsoever. In fact, I see this being a fucking Saudi disaster waiting to happen. Bobby Lashley is going over there to put over Bill Goldberg, and it's fucking sad that Bobby Lashley has fallen from the top to being buried by Goldberg in Saudi Arabia. But Goldberg has a fucking hobby of burying people in Saudi Arabia. Goldberg and Bray Wyatt. Remember that? Wyatt's on the list. And now Bobby Lashley can join Bray Wyatt, who is somehow still buried out in the deserts of Saudi Arabia. Join the list, Bobby. Join the list. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. Riddle told Orton he was so convincing that he didn't have a plan with him and he could win an Oscar. Or better yet, a Kid's Choice Award. He said deep in his heart he knew he had a plan all along. Orton said, for the love of God, Riddle, there was never any plan. Matt Riddle says he's totally believable when he says that. Riddle asks what tricks he has up his sleeve for the Street Profits tonight. Orton asked if he's sure he wants to know the plan. Riddle said, yes, Randy, with all my heart, I want to know the plan. Orton said the plan is to go to the ring, win, and then they'll go to the ring at Crown Jewel and win. Orton then asked Riddle if he wants the smoke. Oh, yeah, I want the smoke. And Riddle said that with great enthusiasm. Thank you, Bruce. We know Matt Riddle is a fucking stoner. Do you have to remind us every fucking week in the most lame way with promos? Every week. This is why I said WWE is absolutely hitting a wall with Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. It's not interesting. It's not funny anymore. These guys will be broken up in the next couple months, no question. WWE aired a vignette for Bearcat Lee. WWE aired a vignette for Bearcat Lee, and then the graphic said that Bearcat Lee will be clawing his way to Monday Night Raw next week. This is great. We got Bearcat Lee clawing his way to Monday Night Raw. Are you fucking serious? This has Vince McMahon written all over it. And there are legitimate people in this fucking idiotic community we call the IWC or the YWC. There are people out there with functioning brains that think Bearcat Lee is a product of Keith Lee. That this is his idea. You know, my buddy Jesse told me today, and I'm going to reiterate what he told me because it's 100% factual. It's obviously something that we've all said here. How do you ruin somebody like Keith Lee, right? How do you ruin somebody like Limitless Keith Lee? This man worked his entire fucking professional wrestling career on the indies before coming to WWE. They put him in NXT. Triple H took him from the indies and molded him into a top WWE prospect. As Keith Lee, as Limitless Keith Lee. You mean to tell me that Keith Lee wanted to work all of those years on the indies to make it to NXT as Limitless Keith Lee? Putting years of grind, blood, sweat, and tears into being Limitless Keith Lee. Only to go to WWE, be showed on Monday Night Raw, come out in a fucking singlet, have your theme music changed, get taken off of television, only to be brought back to television to do 6 months of dark matches, and then have your fucking name changed from Limitless Keith Lee to Bearcat Lee. Sounds like a fucking jobber to me. Sounds like somebody that's going to be sitting in catering after about 4 weeks, waiting for the fucking bear claws to come out. Titus is going to be baking homemade bear claws for Keith Lee. No, but this is Keith Lee's idea, right? Bear Claw Lee is Keith Lee's idea. Sure thing. Keep listening to the fucking idiots who are charging you for subscription services to give you this bullshit. Oh, but Keith Lee, he's paying homage to a fucking wrestler that nobody gives a fuck about. That the current generation and the current audience doesn't know about. Then you got some fucking geek online who's going to research his Wikipedia stats and then fucking shill it to you online thinking that he knows what he's talking about. Keith Lee is clawing his way, Bearcat Lee is clawing his way to WWE. Monday Night Raw. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Jesus fucking Christ. How do you spell Bearcat, folks? Burial. Buried. This guy will be out the fucking door in about 6 months. When is his contract up? Where's TK? Fuck out of here, man. You think Keith Lee enjoys his job? I'm going to give you a fucking spoiler, man. No. No. Keep thinking that he wants it. He don't. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton versus the Street Profits. We're going to get into that in just a little bit. Check the chat here, man. 2,400 in the venue. We got 900 likes. Still waiting for 1,000, guys. Where are the rest of you? 902 likes. There's 2,400 people in this chat. I need 1,000. Easy. There should be no less than 1,000. Continue to hit that thumbs up. Continue to hit that join button. Become a member of the OTS VIP section here in the venue. And today's show is sponsored by my great friends over at Manscaped. Manscaped.com. And you guys are going to use code SCRIPT20 at checkout to save 20% off everything on Manscaped.com. Manscaped is the leaders in male grooming. Their 4th generation performance package absolutely changed the grooming game, along with their new refined body wash to round out your hygiene routine. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped for their shower time routine by going to manscaped.com for 20% off. Use code SCRIPT20 to get that 20% off and free shipping, man. Now, I've used the Manscaped body wash, man. I like it. I'm not a body wash guy. I'll tell you right out. I'm not a body wash guy, but I enjoyed using the body wash. I thought it smelled great, to be brutally honest with you. And the ladies, they're going to love their signature scent. Manscaped's signature scent. You and your boys will be oh so fresh, unlike Monday Night Raw. Oh so fresh and clean when you start your self-care routine with Manscaped's Ultimate Body Wash. And keep the grooming game going with the Performance Package 4.0, man. Inside this package, you'll get the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, and the Crop Reviver toner. You're going to get performance boxer briefs and a nice travel bag to hold all of your goodies, man. You guys know about the Lawnmower 4.0, 7,000 RPM motor, multi-function on and off switch, travel lock, waterproof, 4,000K LED spotlight. It is changing the game. Then you got the Weed Whacker. That's also in the Performance Package 4.0, a 9,000 RPM motor, and a 360-degree rotary dual blade system, man. Everything you need cut, it's going to take care of it. Then you got the boxer briefs, which is my favorite thing in the Performance Package, to round out this Performance Package 4.0, on top of the Crop Preserver and the ball toner, the Crop Reviver. 20% off, free shipping, code SCRIPT20 at manscaped.com. Make sure you guys keep your balls trimmed, fresh, and clean with Manscaped. And I want to thank them for once again supporting the podcast right here on Off the Script. Another no contest, guys. What'd you expect from WWE? Big time money match, another no contest. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton, Street Profits, no winner here. So Riddle and Montez Ford were in the ring, and they were going at it. Dawkins eventually got the hot tag, power slammed Riddle, followed by an underhook neck breaker. Went for a 2 count. Riddle came back with a ripcord knee. Orton tagged in, went right after Ford, landing his signature snap power slam. Ford then went to the ring apron. Orton set up a draping DDT. He took his sweet time, delivered it. Orton then was going for the RKO. And then AJ Styles' theme plays on the PA system, and Randy Orton, of all people, Randy Orton suffers dumb babyface syndrome, looks around as soon as AJ Styles' music hits the PA system. Huh? What? Guy's going for the RKO. The fucking RKO. And Randy Orton. What? AJ Styles? Even Randy Orton is not immune to dumb babyface syndrome. Styles then caught Orton from behind with a phenomenal forearm. Out came Omos when the theme music hit, so this was all a setup. Omos then chokeslammed Riddle on the ring apron, and this led to a no contest. I don't know why it led to a no contest. We had one team interfere, cause a DQ, but it was labeled a no contest. So Randy Orton and Matt Riddle won the match. They beat the Street Profits by DQ, but WWE likes to change the ruling. At their discretion. Whatever they want to have happen, they're going to put it in the record books. No contest. It was a DQ. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton win by DQ. Omos then beat up Ford, gave him a military press drop. Styles and Omos celebrated. So it looks like we may be getting Omos and AJ Styles against the Street Profits eventually after Matt Riddle and Randy Orton go to Splitsville. And Rated RKBo is no more. Great, I can't wait. I didn't enjoy the fucking feud between Orton, Riddle, and Styles and Omos. I'm going to enjoy the Street Profits, who are infinitely inferior to Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. Give me a break. Shayna Baszler, the queen of spades, Shayna Baszler, versus DouDrop. You know DouDrop. What exactly is DouDrop's gimmick? Does anybody know? Like, what is DouDrop's gimmick? She comes out doing this spirit fingers shit, and she skips to the ring. She looks and sounds ridiculous. Her theme music is fucking terrible. What exactly is DouDrop? And with her moving away as far as she possibly could from Eva Marie, does this mean Eva Marie is now finished with WWE? Now, what a fucking comeback. Huh? Eva Marie had the most unbelievable failure of a comeback I've ever seen. It's great. It's great. And DouDrop isn't faring too well herself either. So during DouDrop's entrance, we got Zelina Vega coming out. Or after DouDrop's entrance, Zelina Vega came out. She's smiling as if she won the beauty pageant and waving to everybody. I can't wait for fucking Zelina Vega to lose the Queen's Crown tournament. And if she does win, we have ammunition on her as well. I mean, this was the worst fucking tournament in the history of WWE. In the annals of WWE history, this will be known as the worst fucking tournament that was the complete biggest waste of time I've ever seen. There's not one fucking match in this tournament that went over 3 minutes. So why are we even here? She will be the queen of losers when she announces herself as the Queen's Crown winner. If she wins. I could see WWE giving it to DouDrop. I don't see how anybody looks at Zelina Vega as a believable threat against DouDrop. If Shayna Baszler can't beat DouDrop, then Zelina Vega is not beating DouDrop. I'm sorry. That would just look utterly ridiculous. It really would. This match went 3 minutes. Not even. Not even. I did a stopwatch. And I got a picture here. Stopwatch reads 2 minutes and 48 seconds. 2 minutes and 48 seconds. I legitimately took out my iPhone stopwatch and timed this match. Now, one match in this tournament went over 3 minutes. So, this match consisted of DouDrop landing a cannonball in the corner on Shayna Baszler. Then she went for a slam. Shayna Baszler slipped into a Kirifuda clutch. DouDrop backed Baszler into the corner and tossed Baszler off of her. She went for a running crossbody, but Baszler moved and applied a fully locked in Kirifuda clutch. DouDrop rolled over to the bottom rope. Baszler pulled back and applied the hold in the middle of the ring. DouDrop tried to power out, but then leaned back and leveraged Baszler's shoulders down for the 1, 2, 3. So DouDrop is moving on to the finals of the Queen's Crown Tournament. Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega would have been fine with Shayna Baszler becoming the real queen of WWE. She's already the Queen of Spades. She would have been the Queen's Crown. But WWE, it goes to show you what they're doing with the women's division in general and who they want to push and who they don't want to push. If you are not a part of the Big Four, which right now consists of Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha, you ain't getting pushed. Everybody else is right here, and the rest of them, those 4 women, minus Bayley, Asuka's not even there, Alexa's off television. The hierarchy in WWE is ridiculous. If you're not one of the Big Four, you are not getting any piece of the fucking pizza pie. You'd be lucky to get fucking crumbs, which is sad. Like, who booked this shit? And then a lot of people online were complaining the reason why Shayna Baszler lost this match was because she is heavily involved in the LGBTQ community. And it got me thinking, that's probably the reason. Because let's be real, folks. Shayna Baszler and the way she lives her life, which is none of our goddamn fucking business, as long as she's happy, she's going to go over there and she's going to be widely accepted in that country where they look down upon that. They look down upon that and that lifestyle. Same thing with Sami Zayn. Why did Sami Zayn advance in this tournament with his Syrian background, only to lose in a very predictable match, no matter how good the match was, against Finn Balor? I don't understand it. I don't really understand who came up with this tournament. Both of these tournaments. Why are we not extending the amount of TV time over the span of 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks leading into Survivor Series? Don't you think these finals would have been better off at the Survivor Series, being that we got a Raw versus SmackDown final? Why are we not doing that? It would have given more women the opportunity. It would have given more men the opportunity. You would have had more reason to book television. It would have made booking your television a lot easier, to be quite honest with you. It would have given Shayna Baszler an opportunity to win this thing instead of having her lose because she can't go to Saudi Arabia. Would have given Sami Zayn an opportunity to win it, being that he can't go to Saudi Arabia. You would have opened up the field of 8 to 16 on both the men and women's sides. And then make the finals make sense, being that you were heading towards a Raw versus SmackDown final anyway. No, but WWE didn't think this out. So fuck Shayna Baszler and fuck everybody else in that division. If you're not Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, and Bianca, you're fucked. If you aren't in the elite, then you don't get shit. Both of these tournaments are fucking miserable. Winning a King of the Ring used to be important. Winning a King of the Ring solidified you as the next top guy in the company. I don't get that feeling at all. I don't even get why the tournament for the women even happened. And I'm not saying this because I don't want to see the women's division flourish. I've been for the women's division week in and week out. Anybody that thinks this tournament means something to WWE or means something to whoever wins this shit, you are a blithering fucking idiot with the IQ of a goddamn fucking coaster. You got the IQ of a fucking pen cap. The biggest waste of fucking time is the Queen's Crown Tournament. You might as well rename it the Queen's Fraud Tournament. But WWE has Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon and Johnny Laurinaitis, people power, in charge. So what do you expect to happen to the women's division? Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair got 10 times more time in their match than every single fucking match in this goddamn tournament. If that doesn't go to show you where their priorities lie, I don't know what to tell you. Piece of shit tournament. I don't care who wins. It will mean nothing to nobody. Is WWE going to crown Zelina Vega the Queen's Crown winner? And what if they do? What is it going to do for Zelina's career? If DouDrop wins the tournament, what is it going to do for DouDrop's career? What? Is it going to make her better? Is it going to take her to the next level? Is she going to be in the upper echelon of main event talent in WWE? Will we be seeing DouDrop versus Sasha Banks? DouDrop versus Becky? Zelina versus Charlotte? Give me a fucking break. Smarten up, people. This tournament's a fucking fraud. So is the King of the Ring. Nikki Ash, another fucking clown, Nikki Trash, and Rhea Ripley approached Bianca Belair backstage. She wished her luck, welcomed her to Monday Night Raw and the Monday Night Raw family. Trust me, nobody wants to be a part of the Monday Night Raw family. Ripley backed her up. Belair put a Monday Night Raw New Era hat on. I didn't know they sold these things. You wouldn't catch me fucking dead wearing a Monday Night Raw branded fucking hat or anything. I can't stand this fucking show. In fact, I'd make a video, buy the hat, and burn it. Right in the streets of Queens. I'd burn the fucking hat right outside the fucking house in front of the Mustang. I'd do a fucking seance. Light it up. Burn it up on a nice crisp October evening and laugh. That's exactly what I do. Burn it. Sold. I need to keep myself warm. Ripley backed her up. Belair put this hat on. Said no one will get in her way of giving Charlotte a proper farewell tonight. I've got this. She said she struggled, and with a smile, to get the Raw baseball cap on her head, she said, I'm going to go out to the ring and show everybody why I'm the EST of Raw. It's great. It's great. I don't know why these tag team titles, this is another thing. I don't know why these tag team titles even fucking exist. Can anybody name me a legit fucking women's tag team in WWE and why we have women's tag team titles? Bruce Pritchard, my good old buddy Bruce. Why do we have women's tag team titles? Does Rhea Ripley deserve a women's tag team title? Does Nikki Ash deserve a women's tag team title? Who are we defending these titles against? Why are they even on television? Yes, this is the extent of the women's tag team title. Let's walk around backstage and have Nikki Trash act like a fucking comedy geek. And Rhea Ripley, what is she doing? My God, man, how the fucking mighty have fallen. Could you even envision? I guess anybody can envision if you call up from NXT to go to Monday Night Raw. But did you envision Rhea Ripley to fall so fucking quick and at a point where she is right now? She right now is absolutely at the point of no return. Rhea Ripley, I don't like throwing this word around, But if you mention to me Rhea Ripley and the star power she has, she is fucking buried. Buried. There's no fucking way, no conceivable way this woman is ever going to be taken serious again after this current route she's on with Nikki Trash. It is over. It is over. Rhea Ripley has been fucking destroyed by WWE main roster creative. If anybody thinks otherwise, man, I don't know what the fuck you're watching. I don't know what you're smoking or where you're coming from. Shit. Absolute shit. Finn Balor made his ring entrance. I guess the WWE draft and the brand split rules are going into effect tonight. I don't know why we're here with Finn Balor. But I guess they want to promote the King of the Ring, so WWE can do whatever the fuck they want. Got this Balor versus Xavier Woods match on Thursday afternoon. Balor beats MACE in about 3 minutes. You know, MACE thinks he's going to succeed over on SmackDown, right? Says, all I see is prey. All I see is you sitting in catering, man. I can't wait to have you give your opinion on the fried chicken backstage. Maybe a little green beans, maybe some mashed potatoes. Huh? The sweet potato pie, I hear, is fucking exquisite. Don't let Dana Brooke get involved, though. She loves the mashed potatoes. You got to keep those mashed potatoes away from Dana Brooke. Maybe some Brussels sprouts, a garden salad, cheesecake, some blueberry cobbler. I love me some butternut squash soup, man. I heard Titus makes a fucking fantastic butternut squash soup. He's going to be preying on the fucking treats and catering. Never mind the talent on Monday night and Friday night. MACE. Who asked for this? This guy's treated like a jobber. He is a jobber. Get him the fuck out of here. All I give a shit about is where Dominic Dijakovic is. Where's T-Bar? T-Bag? Whatever the fuck his name is. Where is he? MACE loses in 3 minutes. Coup de grace. Did you expect Balor to lose before Thursday? Wow, it's such compelling television on Monday night. No wonder I watched the fucking Red Sox more than I did Monday Night Raw. John Morrison was backstage meditating again. Meditating. They got this guy legitimately meditating backstage. I could see why. He's finally gotten a glimpse of how bad this show is. The Viking Raiders walked up to Mr. Morrison, meditating. Asked what he was doing. Morrison popped up. He spun around. Said he's on a journey in search of his wandering chi. The mystical force that is at the center of all life. The mystical force that is the center of John Morrison's life is Titus Catering. It's exactly where he's been for the last 3 months. This guy has been this guy is on the Rhea Ripley fucking regimen. Buried. He smiled. And he said he's so close to finding the center of all life. The Raiders asked if and when he finds his chi, if it will help him raid. Morrison said perhaps, but mostly it will share his innermost thoughts with the rest of the world. I have no problem doing that here on Monday night whatsoever. I don't even, fuck my chi. I don't need to find the center of all life. It exists right here. The Raiders asked, what is a good chi? And what do we need to find a good chi? Morrison dropped back into his meditating position and ignored the Viking Raiders. This is what happens when they all commune in Connecticut at Titan Tower. This is how we book a 3-hour Monday Night Raw with John Morrison meditating. Yeah, we don't get Keith Lee on the show. Yeah, we don't get Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, a tag team that I'm actually interested in seeing. Karrion Kross, a women's division that's in fucking shambles. No, but we got John Morrison meditating. Maybe I should fucking meditate for 3 hours. I'd have a much more enjoyable time than watching Monday Night Raw. The announcers went over the Crown Jewel lineup. By the way, I want you guys to know that this is a better show than WrestleMania. This show on Thursday has a better card than WrestleMania and SummerSlam combined. Hopefully you show up for the live stream on Thursday. We got the main event, Charlotte Flair androiding herself to the ring. She looked ridiculous versus Bianca Belair. Charlotte was absolutely in need of a fucking new battery pack tonight. She looked absolutely terrible in every sense of the word. I've said it for weeks. Jesse said it for weeks. This woman is going through the motions. This is not the work of a woman who is the best women's wrestler of all time. This is not the work of a woman who is proud to be the Raw Women's Champion. This is not the work of a woman who even wants to be in the WWE. If given an opportunity, and I was in the boat of not even contemplating this 2, 3, 4 years ago. But I am in the boat now of Charlotte Flair. If given the opportunity, she would absolutely leave WWE and venture off to AEW. I truly, truly believe that. I think Sasha may be the first to go. Sasha absolutely is going to venture off and think that there are other opportunities out there but WWE. But I could absolutely see Charlotte Flair doing the same thing. The work of this woman has decreased and declined week after week after week. She can't cut a promo. I see all these geeks online stan Charlotte Flair for whatever reason. She's overrated. She's not the best. She's not even the best women's wrestler on her fucking brand. She's not even the best women's wrestler anywhere close to being the best women's wrestler in the WWE, let alone of all time. You do realize that Io Shirai still exists on this roster, right? She's not even being used the way she should be used in NXT. Sasha. Let me see the fucking tears in the chat. Sasha Banks is the best main roster woman in WWE. Becky is even overrated. And Asuka's not even on the active roster. Charlotte Flair was off tonight. Bianca Belair, I feel bad for her because she had to suffer through this 20-minute match back and forth with Charlotte Flair. This one match got longer time than every single match combined in the Queen's Crown Tournament. It's unbelievable. This is exactly what I told you about the hierarchy in WWE. If you want Charlotte, Bianca, Sasha, or Becky, go take a seat. So, this went 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I don't even know if I want to go over the match-by-match breakdown. I don't. I'll take it up after the commercial break because this shit was boring. Charlotte hit a slingshot dive, and then a series of counters after a break led to Charlotte hitting missing, I should say, a big boot, which she also missed her moonsault. Charlotte Flair has the worst moonsault in the history of pro wrestling. It honestly gets worse every time. And then WWE has the balls to show it in instant replay in slow motion. What are you showing me? You're showing me a woman flip in air and completely miss her target. If you think that's impressive, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. And then she tries and does what her fiance does, Andrade. She does the moonsault off the top rope, stands up, and does another standing moonsault. She don't even do it right. She has been doing it okay. Tonight, she was completely off the mark on everything. Kind of giving her husband a bad name, to be brutally honest with you. So she missed this big boot. Charlotte knocked Belair out of the ring, hit a moonsault off the top, or missed the moonsault off the top. She tried for a natural selection. Belair countered into a backslide. They exchanged counters again until Charlotte hit a spear for a near fall. That didn't even look good. Charlotte yanked Belair to the corner using her braid. Charlotte missed another moonsault. Belair then hit a release German suplex, flipped Charlotte over midair, went for a cover, got her near fall. They battled on the top turnbuckle. Belair hit a sunset flip powerbomb. Charlotte suddenly hit Belair with a steel chair on the outside to cause the disqualification, bringing this match to another non-finish. Belair then grabbed the chair, hit Charlotte, and Monday Night Raw went off the air very, very quickly because the home audience WWE did not want to have the home audience be shown the outrage of yet another shit match with a terrible non-finish. And to go back to what I said at the beginning of this show, WWE has all but given up in the month of October with NHL, even AEW. They know that they're not competition for AEW as far as quality of programming. You got the Red Sox and the Astros. You got the Braves and the Dodgers. Two series right now that are going to be nail-biters. And baseball is right now the most exciting thing to watch, especially these last two Brave games that nearly gave me a fucking heart attack. I think the Red Sox game no, it wasn't the Red Sox game. It was the Giants and the Dodgers in Game 5. 5 million plus viewers on Fox or ESPN, wherever the fuck it was. WWE is going to be competing with that? Why would anybody be watching this show over a baseball game, Game 5, with two 100-win teams? And now with the NLCS and the ALCS, WWE knows that they have no fucking way of competing. But they try and get your attention. Oh, look, a Raw Women's Championship match with one of the women moving over to SmackDown next Friday. Who's going to win? They clickbait you. They bait and switch you to watch this match. And then they give you a non-finish. It's so ridiculous. This is how you actually lose viewers. This is how you lose trust in viewers. If WWE is going to promote a match like that, you better be fucking giving me a goddamn winner. Whether somebody retains the title or somebody wins the title. Now, but WWE doesn't give a shit. And like I said, the beginning and the end of these shows is what WWE cares about the most. Yet the most important part of a fucking sandwich is not only the bread, but what's inside. The bread is the most important part of the sandwich. WWE is using fucking Wonder Bread for their shows, and then the shit in the middle of the sandwich is goddamn bullshit. Oscar Mayer. Processed garbage. No spicy mayo, no condiments, no pickles, no tomato, no lettuce. Nothing. WWE's giving you stale meat and fucking shit bread every single week on these shows. Then they want to give you a fucking non-finish, which could be substituted as the stale potato chips that they give you as a little fucking hors d'oeuvre for their goddamn deli lunch. It's bullshit. Now, what's going to happen with this women's championship situation? What's going to happen with it? Because Charlotte Flair moving over to SmackDown Friday, she's still the Raw Women's Champion. Becky Lynch is the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's moving over to Raw. So with Charlotte winning the championship or retaining the championship tonight by DQ, going to SmackDown in the draft, she can't show up on Raw now, right? She's now dedicated to SmackDown. She's got the SmackDown brand and with the Raw title. That's Charlotte Flair. So Becky Lynch has the SmackDown title and she's going to Raw next week. I don't see Becky Lynch losing that SmackDown Women's Championship to Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. WWE knew that they had a very predictable outcome waiting for them, and they did whatever they could to change the outcome of this match and make it unpredictable. And none of it is interesting at all. None of it. So now what are we looking at? Becky Lynch winning the championship on Thursday, retaining the championship on Thursday in Saudi Arabia, and she's going to Raw. Charlotte, she retains the championship tonight by DQ. She's on SmackDown. So then we get to New York City. We get to Survivor Series. What is WWE going to do? Are we going to do a winner-take-all with Bianca and Becky on Raw versus Sasha and Charlotte from SmackDown in a fatal four-way for not only the Raw women's title, but the SmackDown women's title? I've been saying this since 2016. You can go back and watch it. In the summer of 2016, I was on this very show without this fucking green screen behind me. But I said it, word for word. It would be in WWE's best interest to merge the women's division into one and unify the titles. Are we going to get Survivor Series, the place where the titles are unified once and for all? I don't want to give WWE the credit of doing something that makes sense until I actually physically see it with my own two eyes. But that's exactly what I would do. They're trying to make something interesting, and none of it's interesting because the characters that are in the story are not interesting. Charlotte sucks. There's nothing interesting about Charlotte. I love Sasha to, as much as you love Sasha, I love Sasha just as much. She's awesome. She's great. And she's friends with a lot of people over at the school, the House of Glory school. That's not even why. She's just awesome. She's a great professional wrestler. I know the amount of work that woman puts in. Becky Lynch has come back and she's actually made the shows worse. And Bianca, WWE has done her no favors with the shit words and promos and the way that she's been booked. There's nothing interesting about any of these women at all. So if none of the women are interesting, how are the titles going to be interesting? How are the matches for the titles going to be interesting? How are the titles going to have any value? It's such a terrible state right now where the women's division sits on both Raw and SmackDown. It would help, but the one true thing that would help is to remove Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis from doing anything women's related. Women's roster, women's division related. These people don't give a shit about women's wrestling. Vince doesn't give a fuck. Bruce doesn't give a shit. He said so personally. And John Laurinaitis. This is the guy that's married to one of the Bella, to the Bella twins' mother. He's married to a fucking Bella twin. He's married to into the Bella twin family. That's what he thinks is women's wrestling. Divas. I'm supposed to trust this guy on booking actual professional wrestling in the women's division. WWE, it would be in their best interest to book the women's division as one championship. Get rid of the tag team titles, make a mid-card title, merge the rosters, have one championship float between Raw and SmackDown wherever she's needed, have a storyline with one challenger, have competitive matches. Shit. The whole women's division, the whole women's aura, the whole women's revolution. It's dead. There's no interest in it whatsoever. Guys, we're about to go over the Super Chats. I appreciate you guys very much, man. 2,400 tonight in the venue. We got 1,000 plus likes. We're on our way to 1,100 likes. A couple of VIP signups tonight. I appreciate you guys very much. We're about to go over the Super Chats. But before I do that, make sure you guys continue to hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And turn on the bell for all notifications, man. Continue to check out the content that I uploaded last week. Tons of it. With more to come this week. We'll be live on Thursday for Crown Jewel. Starts at 12 o'clock. I'm hoping that it's quick. Quick and painless in Saudi Arabia. And continue to get those Super Chats in, man. It's last call at the bar. Make sure you get them on in. Let's start at the top here. We got a Super Chat from Michelle Moran. $5 Super Chat. Welcome back, JD. WWE ticket sales are already poor. Yet in December, Vince McMahon wants to revisit brand-exclusive house shows. What can Vince McMahon be thinking by doing this? He thinks double the shows mean double the money. Meanwhile, nobody's going to come to see a SmackDown branded show or a Raw branded show specifically. I thought that they were doing super shows while they were on the road. That's a terrible idea. Nobody's going to come and see branded WWE shows with Raw or SmackDown individually. But Vince McMahon's a greedy fuck. And he's let his greediness kill the WWE. Not surprised. Sonny Singh with a 179 in UK Super Chat. JD, I want to burn WWE to the ground. Sonny, get the fuck behind me, man. Just hand me the goddamn flamethrower, hand me the matches, hand me the gasoline. I'll do it for you. Then you can all stand behind me with your sunglasses and cold beverages and laugh along with me. Nobody's burning the fucking WWE but me, man. Pepsi 9072 with a $500 super chat. Once again, brother, thank you so much, man. I have no idea where you're coming from or who you are, but let's read his comment again. JD's been one of the most consistent voices in the IWC. I've been listening to him for a few years now, outside of a little solid monster who I personally love as well. Very good friend of mine. Haven't listened to anyone else. I try to listen to you when I can, but thank you for what you do. Not only that, but thanks for recommending Dr. Squatch as well. I feel better about myself after using it, man. That Dr. Squatch is some good shit, man. I love the shampoo more than anything. The shampoo and conditioner. I love the cold brew cleanse, the soap. It's awesome. But thank you, Pepsi. Appreciate your huge donation. It's a lot of money, man. Your generosity does not go unnoticed, man. Thank you so much. Baby Maharaja with a $10 super chat. JD, listen, it doesn't matter if Jinder loses today, okay? Maharaja means prince. He doesn't need dumb crown to prove it, JD. Drew stole spotlight from Jinder on Raw. That's not going to happen on SmackDown. I'm sorry, baby Maharaja. Jinder sucks, bro. Get over it. Tony Brown with a $4.99 super chat. What's up, Tony Brown? JD, damn young blood. You're missed when you aren't on. Hope you rested up. I'm good to go, bro. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Ulysses with a $5 super chat. Such a good match with Charlotte and Bianca to end like that. Dude, the match sucked. I've seen much better. Sasha and Becky was better than Charlotte and Bianca. And it's Charlotte's fault. She was way off tonight. And people really wonder why WWE gets trashed on. Watch they book a rematch at Crown Fool. They can't book a rematch. Bianca's in the triple threat. Or maybe they add Charlotte to the triple threat, make it a fatal four-way, and we get a unification match there. Vampiric Rage. I hope you had an amazing weekend, JD. Keep it up. Thank you, Vampiric. Appreciate you, bro. Reggie Smith with a $19.99 super chat. Welcome back, JD. Seems like it's been forever. Bro, it's been 2 days. Would you be surprised if in the future they make SmackDown 3 hours and Raw 2 hours just to try AEW? No. Any more addition of time to a WWE show is the death of WWE. Nobody wants to see a 3-hour SmackDown. Nobody. They don't even have a roster for 3 hours. Ulysses with a $5 super chat. I can't wait for AEW to be good enough to be on Mondays. Well, they are, but as far as popularity, too. If AEW came on as much as WWE, I wouldn't mind. The reason why AEW is where they are, bro, is because it's quality over quantity. We don't need additional time of AEW on television. We don't need AEW on Raw on Monday night to battle Raw. Leave AEW on Wednesday and just continue what they're doing, man. Producing good television. People get so wrapped up in WWE versus AEW. Here's a fucking clue. AEW is producing better shows than WWE. That's it. The ratings don't mean fucking shit. I don't give a shit about a demo or overall viewership. AEW is the better show. That's it. Drizzy Drew with a $4.99 super chat. My boy TK got everyone riled up and talking. Love it. Would you be surprised if in the future they make SmackDown 3 hours? No. I just read that one. That's where my mind is at. I'm fucking tired. Thank you, Drizzy, and thank you, Ulysses. I appreciate you guys very much. Russell Wagner becomes a new member in the venue, bro. What are you drinking? What are you drinking? Round is on me. Hooligan with a $5 super chat. Welcome back, OTS Familia. God, it was getting cold sleeping outside. Raw, as we know it, eats the whole peach. Gonna substitute that for ass. Hope you're rested up, JD. Glad you're back. Glad to see you, Hooligan. Brian Bottis with a $5 Canadian Super Chat. Let's give TK credit. Said AEW would win the head-to-head and won. Who's the biggest grapefruits now? Raw sucks. Missed you, JD. AEW for life. OTS for life. TK did win the 18-49. That's the only thing that matters. Even mighty WWE with Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and a mega main event of Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch, they still couldn't beat AEW in the demo. CM Punk beat Becky and Sasha. Ruby Riott beat Roman and Lesnar. Sad. Bradley Robinette with a $1.99 Super Chat. Sox beat the Astros again. Sox rule. Raw sucks. I hope you know that it's going to be the Braves and the Red Sox in the World Series. We're getting that World Series at Fenway, and we're getting that World Series at Truist Park, man. Big Weezy with a $5 Super Chat. I feel bad for every woman in WWE. That Queen of the Ring final is an embarrassment to all of them. AEW does it so much better. I hope nobody watches that. It's the Queen's Fraud Tournament, brother. Shit is awful. Nikolai Blaze with a $2 Super Chat. No message. Don't be shy around here, bro. Go put it in the tip jar, man. The bartenders need it more than I do. I don't need it. C. Salisbury with a $9.99 Super Chat. I don't know how anyone can defend the way WWE has handled this Queen's Crown tournament. The amount of idiotic people on social media astounds me. Welcome back, JD. Missed you this weekend, brother. Thank you, Salisbury. Social media and the cretins that exist on social media, man, their IQs are that of a fucking pen cap, like I said before. Ulysses with a $2 Super Chat. Mr. Pepsi got to be CM Punk or someone who recently won the lotto. I'd be so lucky if CM Punk is watching the show, man. Antonio with a $1.99 Super Chat. A tip for Jesse Bartender. Are you giving Jesse a tip for the new microphone that he needs to buy? Okay. Thank you, Antonio. It's going to be more than $1.99, brother. Philip Newton with a $4.99 Super Chat. Dynamite or Rampage, and the buy-in was great. Screw the ratings. I never cared about the ratings during the Attitude Era. I just enjoyed pro wrestling. You got the right idea, Philip. Brock Lesnar with a $2 Super Chat. I gave Sable a nice cream pie. Her kitty was oozing, says Brock Lesnar. Never fear, people. Never fear. Brock Lesnar's in the chat, always leaving a fucking super chat that I regret reading. Thank you, Lesnar. Wings of Wendy's Chili with a $5 Super Chat. Raw was terrible tonight. Like, honestly, real talk, big ups. Liquid Richard, shout out to the pimps in the chat. I have no idea what the fuck you said there, bro, but thank you for $5. Munchie Time with a $4.99 Super Chat, leaving some support for the best in the IWC. Glad you enjoyed your weekend off. I'll catch the review in the morning while I work. Hashtag OTS for life. Thank you, Munchie Time. Appreciate you, brother. Danny Boy 1320 with a $5 Super Chat. I pre-ordered House of Glory Born Again. Can't wait for Will Ospreay versus Amazing Red 2. It's going to be a banger. Me and Solomos are going to be on commentary, brother. It's going to be great. Mr. Cake with a $5 Super Chat. Good to have you back, JD. Thoughts on the Eliminator Tournament bracket? I don't like it. Almost half of the bracket was in the casino ladder match. You guys got to understand the thought process behind an Eliminator tournament, man. The Eliminator tournament is supposed to net you one match that you believe will be a true number one contenders match for the AEW Championship. There's a reason why the tournament was booked the way that it was. Jon Moxley and Daniel... I cut myself short before I said his old name. Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson will be the final of that tournament. I honestly think Jon Moxley's turning heel. I think Jon Moxley can use a heel turn. And Adam Page is going to win the World Championship from Kenny Omega at Full Gear. Adam Page versus a heel Jon Moxley. Could work out. There's a reason behind TK's madness. You got to understand that. Dustin Rhodes and Preston Vance in the tournament. I get where you guys are coming from. I would not put them in the tournament either. But there's a reason. In fact, Dustin versus Bryan Danielson may end up being a great fucking match. We don't know. But Jon Moxley, to me, this entire tournament's going to be about him. I think he's going to turn heel, and I think we get Moxley versus Danielson at Full Gear. And Moxley will not be using Wild Thing as his theme music. He's going back to his old theme music if he turns heel. Cam Man with a $5 super chat. JD, please check out Journey of Wrestling. It's an in-depth but simple and fun booking game. You can book current wrestling any era, man. Listen, Cam, I have more than enough on my plate. I can't play silly fucking Journey of Wrestling games, bro. But I appreciate the recommendation. Tenario with a $10 super chat. What's up, JD? Did you see the new Halloween movie yet? No. Not a fan. King Cell with a $4.99 super chat. I actually believe Goldberg. He legitimately almost killed The Undertaker when he dropped him on his neck. Goldberg may very well kill Bobby Lashley. Well, you know what, King Cell, you got a point, bro. You got a point. We may see Bobby Lashley die in Saudi Arabia. John Nelson says, don't sweat it, JD. CM Punk called him Daniel Bryan while on commentary Saturday. LOL. Really? I have not watched Dynamite yet. I did not know that. But I think he probably did it. He didn't do that by accident. He did that on purpose. I would assume that he did that on purpose. Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. I had pizza rolls that lasted longer than the Queen's Crown matches, and the only reason it exists is so we stop asking. Triple H would never. Cheers, JD. Bro, I love me a good pizza roll, bro. I love me some good old-fashioned Totino's pizza rolls, man. I haven't had them in God knows how long. Shit is so bad for you, man. The one thing I don't want to be when I grow older, and there's more gray in this beard, is become a fat slob. Tenario128 with a $5 super chat. Hello again, JD. Another question. Where is there a good place in the Bronx to get cannolis? Arthur Avenue. Or you could go to LaSalle's Bakery on Tremont Avenue. Right by Lehman High School. They got good cannolis. My grandpa used to buy cannolis and rainbow cookies every week from LaSalle's Bakery. We got my grandpa a fucking birthday cake from LaSalle's Bakery every year, man. Excellent stuff. Ryoff Wildfire with $4.99 super chat. Sorry to everyone who watched Raw. I watched Monday Night Football, and I finished watching Squid Game. A good show. I'm hoping for a season 2. I have not watched Squid Game yet. Typically, these Netflix shows are overrated when they get popular amongst the general populace on social media. Jericho8131 with a $10 super chat. Piper wins the tournament, resumes feud with Eva Marie. Eva beats her for the crown to declare herself the new queen of Raw. I got a strange feeling WWE may attempt that. Bro, listen, you put that out into the fucking universe. Now watch Bruce Pritchard listen to this goddamn show. Take your idea and run with it. I thought I was bad. You just may have cursed us all, bro. Jesus Christ. Questing Beast re-ups his membership in the venue for 2 months. All the matches so far for the Queen's Crown Tournament could fit into one Raw segment without even having a commercial. Awful. Just awful. And then he says, with a $5 super chat, glad you're back this week. I couldn't coexist with Raw or SmackDown without your reviews after. Don't worry, bro. I'm not going nowhere. Hulu Grim with a $5 super chat. Times like this, we need to appreciate what we have. 3 days with no OTS felt like 2 weeks. Shout out to Solomon and his mods in the chat. OTS repped. If there's one guy I want you guys to go watch when I'm not here, it's Solomon. Fuck everybody else. They all suck. They're all shit. Philip Newton with a $4.99 super chat. I'd rather watch Paint Dry than watch WWE. Pull up a chair, Philip. I'll join you. Eric Wells. The song is called Red Skies for everybody that doesn't know that song. And DJ Kunz. This song should be the intro to Raw Review. It is. Where the fuck you been for the last 6 months? What are you, new here? Questing Beast with another $5 super chat. I can see AW getting their first robot in Charlotte to help the women's division. Her new finisher will be called the Bleep Blorp. I may actually become a Charlotte Flair fan if she goes to AEW. Ryoff Wildfire with a $4.99 super chat. You know, if Vince, Bruce, and the creative team versus UJD in a Squid Game match to win, you have to write the best Raw show. You would easily win, bro. You saw someone on YouTube dissing JD. It pissed me off. Who the fuck isn't dissing me? Fuck them. Everybody tries to get into the podcasting game, and the reason why they are is because all these fucking half-bred idiots try and do what I do, and then they realize they can't, and then they fail, and then they go back to shitting on me because they know they can't beat me. It's great. Hakeem, you have to watch the Wrestle Geeks for reviews? Come on, bro. Jesus Christ. You may have lost some fucking IQ there. I don't even know what Squid Games is, man. I have no idea how to win a Squid Game. But I'd write a better show regardless of Squid Games. I know who I don't know who shit on me. What are you talking about? People, someone on YouTube dissing me. Who? If you know who they are, just throw their name in the chat. Brian Simmons with a $4.99 super chat. First show in auto sub. Your opinions got me yelling in agreement at work and dying of laughter with your honesty. Love it and can't wait for more. Thank you, Brian. We've always been honest here, man. As long as I can keep you busy at work, man, and keep you from watching Raw, I've done my job. Ray Warrior with a $19.99 super chat. JD, I would love to see you take over WWE when Vince dies. The show would be awesome. I just know it. I know it would. But I can't take over WWE because I'm not a billionaire. Yet. Brock Lesnar with a $2 super chat. Uh-oh. Sable knows how to blow them Actually, let me rephrase that. I fucked up. Sable knows how to blow with them DSLs, he says. You're a lucky man, Lesnar. Lucky man. David Ortiz, I watched Denise Salcido while you were away, JD. Happy to see you back. I'm sorry to hear that, David. Terribly sorry to hear that, man. If I make it through 5 minutes of her review, I'd be fucking lucky. Reggie Smith with a $1.99 super chat. Scarlett is going to show up Tuesday. Watch. Bro, if she shows up on Tuesday at Halloween Havoc, I'll laugh my ass off. I won't be surprised. Wrestling Otaku. Tell him to go on a fucking diet. Guy's wearing fucking sunglasses in a dimly lit fucking home owned by his mother, man. This is who you watch? You fucking serious? Guy had a fucking vendetta against me because I called Bobby Trashley for about a full calendar year. As if he was Bobby Lashley's keeper or bodyguard. Rafael DeLuna with a $1.99 super chat. The music during OTS is always fire. Rafael, it's because I have good taste in music, bro. When someone has good taste in music, it makes their overall show better. Jungle Boy with a UK $1 super chat. I know this isn't Jack Perry. Put it in the tip jar at the bar, man. I don't fucking need your $1. Get out of here. How am I going to pay Jesse with $1? Guy's broken more fucking glassware behind the bar than I can count. $1. Or I'll dock this fucking asshole pay. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. You were missed. Glad you're back. The OTS extras were a great treat. Did you see the new Batman trailer? More entertaining than Raw. There's a new Batman trailer. For what? A new movie? Bro, nothing will ever top Dark Knight. I seen somebody on Twitter say Batman Forever was the best Batman movie of all time. These people are smoking crack. These people legitimately are the dumbest fucking people I've ever seen. Batman Forever is better than The Dark Knight? Somewhere Heath Ledger is laughing hysterically. Bro, everybody in the community is fucking looking at the back end of my fucking Mustang, bro. Everybody. There's not anybody that stands up to me, man, on the mountain. It's me and Solomon, and that's it. It's me and Jason, that's it. He's in the fucking passenger seat. Who else is doing what we're doing looking like we do? Nobody. Nobody. Sixers 205 with a $19.99 super chat. I will not be reading this super chat because it's offensive. This super chat is very offensive, people. He says, go Dodgers. Go Dodgers, huh? How about that bullpen? How about Austin 316? Huh? Freddie Freeman needs to start hitting, man. Freddie Freeman's offense is fucking offensive. Brock Lesnar with a $2 super chat. Sable knows how to handle a large, hard rod, he says. Listen, man, I don't know anything about that, man. I don't know how talented Sable is, man. If you say she is good with a hard, large rod, I believe you. I believe you, bro. Sixers 205 with a $9.99 super chat. Ha 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 ha. Love it. JD, keep up the good work. Your stuff is hilarious. It's all right, Sixers. I may have cursed the Braves by saying they're going to be in the World Series with the Red Sox. So if they lose in a Game 7 again this year, just reference this fucking podcast. Yeah, Lesnar, listen, bro. BlueChew.com. Code JD at checkout. You want to keep that large, hard rod, you're going to need some Blue Chew, bro. BlueChew.com. Use code JD. Yes, BC is awesome, too. BC doesn't really go live when we go live, so he does his own thing, which I appreciate. But BC's my boy. Anyway, guys, I am getting out of here. My allergies are fucking kicking my ass, man. Kicking my ass. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the live stream tonight. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, man. We got 1196 in the chat. Let's try for a cool 1,500. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you to the VIPs that signed up tonight. Thank you to those who subscribed. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys go check out today's sponsor, man, Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Use code SCRIPT20 at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. And make sure you guys go check out all the other content on the channel. It's on the homepage right now. I will not be live for NXT tomorrow. The Brave game is too important. I will not be live. Tomorrow night is Braves and Dodgers. No NXT. I'm sure you guys understand. I'll be back on Wednesday with some extras. And I'll be back on Thursday for live post show for Crown Jewel. But I need two things from you guys right now, man. Number one, I need those Mustang emojis if you got them. And those guitar emojis in the chat. And number two, I need that music right now on Max. I'll see you guys on Wednesday and back live on Thursday for Crown Jewel on the post show. I'll see you guys later.